Hello, my name is Sebastian Kummer. I'm the head of the Institute of Transport and Logistics at WU Vienna, and I designed a lecturecast or video course about transport, logistics and supply chain management. After a short introduction, I would like to explain what was my idea of the aim and the structure of the course, and I would like to give you in this video also some background literature and show you what lecturecasts we will produce. I was born in Unna in Germany, then studied in Tübingen and Cologne, and had the pleasure to work with Jürgen Weber, who's one of the famous logistics professors, especially for performance management at the Otto Beisheim School of Management in Fulda. My first chair I had in wonderful Dresden. You see here the Canaletti view over the river Elbe towards the castle and the opera house in the background. And since 2000, I'm the head of the Institute of Transport and Logistics at WU Vienna. I used to work in a lot of countries, especially in China, where I was also professor for 3 years. Our institute is more than 100 years old. We were founded in 1921 and we are specialized in transport and logistics, obviously from a management or economics point of view. We work together with companies, with the Austrian government and also with associations in the field of logistics and transport on practical project. Our approach is an applied research approach. At our university we teach a broad spectrum of courses in our specialization field in transport and logistics, in supply chain networks and services, in the master supply chain management. Of course, I have also a doctoral or PhD program, and we do a lot of executive education at WU Vienna. We have a Universitätslehrgang in German and also we have a MBA. Our approach is to be excellent in teaching, research and in the third mission. Our Master Supply Chain Management is ranked number 2 worldwide this year and has been in the top 3 for the last 5 years. Also, my research is widely acknowledged. Recently, Scholar GPS ranked me under the 0.5% best researchers worldwide. And in the third mission, I used to work a lot on LinkedIn, where I had more than 1.3 million views in the last year. And also these YouTube activities are part of the third mission. We still write books, mainly in German. As you see here, Einführung in die Verkehrswirtschaft, it's a transportation book, and International Transport and Logistics Management, also a transportation book, and our best-selling Grundzüge der Beschaffung, Produktion und Logistik, which is mainly a basic operations book in German. And together with Tina Wakolbinger, Lydia and Alexander, we published a book on supply chain resilience insights in theory and practice. That is obviously in English. Yeah, what is the aim and the structure of this lecturecast series and video series? The aim of this video course series is to give interested students, employees, executives also the possibility to acquire basic state-of-the-art knowledge in transport, logistics and supply chain management by discussing academic concepts and actual practical cases and challenges. I hope with these lectures you can improve your knowledge and be prepared for the obviously challenging times that we are facing in our industry. After this introduction video, I will produce a series of transportation videos about the fundamental strategies, about the markets, about the challenges and developments in transportation. Also, I will talk about transportation modes in road, railway, air and sea, as there is a lot of knowledge in road transport, but less knowledge in railway, and also some people only have knowledge in sea and air transportation. I would also talk about the transportation infrastructure, because this is obviously the backbone for transportation. We will cover also videos about logistics. I will show you our German approach towards logistics management, logistics as materials and goods orientated services that covers warehousing, transportation, inventory, handling, picking, and very exciting, as we call it, also internal logistics. There's a lot of automatization activities and robotics being adopted here. We will talk about procurement and inbound logistics, production logistics or operations, outbound and distribution logistics. And then I would like to really show you what is the state of the art in digitalization and logistics 4.0. We will talk about automatization in the field of logistics, about robotics. And I would like to talk about logistics service providers, because for many people this is very often a miracle. Yeah, one of the core competencies of management is performance management. We will discuss the more or less traditional idea of performance management to produce KPIs, to measure the performance, but I would like to also discuss newer activities. I would also give you some insights about our research in supply chain resilience, as being resilient becomes more and more important in these turbulent times. Last but not least, I would like to focus on sustainable transport, logistics and supply chains. If you follow my channel, you can see a lot of videos about battery electric vehicles and also other sustainable activities like warehouses. But I would like to give here an overview about sustainable transport, green logistics and circular economy. This is what we want to do in the videos. I would like to give you now a little background about literature. The textbooks of Bauer-Sox and the co-authors is one of the textbooks we are using in our lectures as basics. Obviously, we try to motivate the students and also you to read international journals like International Journal for Logistics Management, Journal of Business Logistics or Journal of Logistics Management, as new topics will be discussed there. I don't want to go into the table of content of the supply chain logistics management book, but you see here that a lot of logistics processes are addressed, and also Bauer-Sox and the co-authors are updating the book quite good. There's also a chapter on performance management, so this is really a logistics management orientated textbook from the US side. Another textbook we use more for transportation is the book of Novak, Gibson and Suzuki and Coyle, Transportation, a Global Supply Chain Perspective from 2019. And obviously also here we try to motivate you and also the students to read journals, especially Transportation Research, Journal of Transport Economics and Policy, International Journal of Transport Economics or International Journal of Transport Management. There are also obviously a lot of specialized journals in the field of airlines, for example, but also railroad and truck, but I don't want to cover them here. Here you see the chapters from our point of view. They give also a very good overview about the economics, about the management, but also about the transportation mode. If we talk about supply chain management, the book of Sunil Chopra is Supply Chain Management, is a good basic to study. Also in the field of supply chain management, a lot of journals, especially in the recent years, occurred and a lot of knowledge is transferred. Here you see the table of content of the book of Chopra, Supply Chain Management, and I think it covers the idea of supply chain management in a very good way and is a good addition to the books on logistics management and transportation. These books are all from an Anglo-Saxonian or US American point of view. In the German literature, we only published in German, as you've seen before, but Hans Christian Pfohl, who's a very famous German professor for logistics and transport and supply chain management, published his books also in English. So the book Logistics Systems covers the fundamentals of the logistics systems, and logistics management is more a management approached book. These both books are really worth reading if you want to see what German speaking countries, so Germany, Austria and Switzerland, perspective of logistics is. Here you see the table of contents. I hope you are already excited to see the videos. If you like this short introduction, please give me a thumb and ring the bell to see the exciting upcoming videos about transport, logistics and supply chain management. Beside the basics, I will especially in the field of green and sustainable transport and logistics show you some interesting insights, and also we would discuss the state of the art in digitalization and automatization, as this is driving logistics tremendously.